Leo was a quiet man. He lived in a big city. His apartment was very small. He lived on the 5th floor. He was a master of computers. He was a king of code. But Leo had a secret. He was afraid to speak. In his head, he was fast. In his mouth, he was slow. English felt like a heavy stone. It sat on his tongue. Every morning, he walked to work. He saw thousands of people. They talked and they laughed. Leo felt like a ghost. He entered the tall glass building. He sat at desk number 10. His coworker Sarah said hello. Leo only smiled and nodded. He wanted to say more, but the words stayed inside. He felt a hot fire in his face. He felt shame in his heart. At 10 a.m., the meeting started. Everyone stood in a big circle. The boss asked for a volunteer. She needed a new project leader. Leo knew he was the best. He had the perfect plan, but his feet stayed on the floor. His lips stayed closed together. A man named David raised his hand. David was loud and very happy. David did not know the code, but David knew how to talk. The boss gave the job to David. Leo went back to his desk. He felt a cold sadness inside. His silence was a dark prison. That evening, Leo walked home slowly. The rain began to fall down. He saw his reflection in a puddle. He looked like a sad stranger. He arrived at his small room. He sat on his single bed. "I am tired of this," he said. His voice was thin and weak. He looked at his bank account. He was working hard, but poor. He saw David's social media post. David was celebrating his new job. Leo realized a very big truth. Silence is a very high cost. If you do not speak, nobody sees. If nobody sees, nobody pays. Leo stood up with new energy. He went to the bathroom mirror. He looked at his own eyes. He saw a man who wanted more. "Hello, my name is Leo," he said. He said it to the glass. He said it 10 more times. He said it 50 more times. His jaw began to feel sore, but he did not stop talking. He went to his small kitchen. He found an old green notebook. He wrote day 1 at the top. He wrote, "My new life" below. He made a list of simple words. "Hello, please, and thank you." He practiced these words all night. He was a soldier in training. The next day was Saturday morning. Leo went to a busy park. He saw a woman with a dog. His heart began to beat fast. He walked toward the woman slowly. He took a very deep breath. "Nice dog," Leo said to her. He waited for her to laugh. But the woman did not laugh. She smiled and said, "Thanks." Leo walked away feeling very tall. He had survived a real talk. He went home and watched cartoons. He watched a show about ducks. The ducks spoke very simple English. They used very short, clear sentences. "The sun is yellow," a duck said. "The sun is yellow," Leo repeated. He learned that English has music. He learned to follow the beat. On Sunday, he went to a cafe. He did not point at food. "I want 1 chocolate muffin," he said. He looked at the cashier. The cashier was very, very busy. She did not care about his accent. She gave him the muffin and change. Leo felt a surge of power. On day 5, he returned to work. He saw Sarah at the coffee. "Good morning, Sarah," Leo said. He did not look at the floor. Sarah looked very surprised and happy. "Good morning, Leo," she said. They talked about the morning rain. It was only 30 seconds long, but for Leo, it was a mountain. He had climbed to the top. He wrote a star in his notebook. He was a winner today, too. On day 10, he stayed late. He practiced his work presentation alone. He stood in the empty office. He spoke to the empty chairs. "Our system is very old," he said. "We need a new database soon." He recorded his voice on his phone. He listened to the playback twice. His voice sounded better than before. He was becoming a new man. On day 20, he joined a class. It was an online video call. He saw faces from many countries. Everyone was a learner like him. A girl from Italy made a mistake. A boy from Mexico laughed kindly. Leo realized that mistakes are normal. Everyone is learning and growing together. He spoke for 5 minutes that night. He told them about his city. His heart was calm and steady. He was no longer a prisoner. On day 40, a big test came. The company website crashed at noon. The boss was screaming in the hall. David was sweating and looking scared. The code was a giant mess. Nobody knew where to start fixing. Leo saw the problem on screen. He saw the missing semicolon clearly. He did not wait for a signal. He walked to the main server. "I have the fix," Leo said. His voice was a strong bell. He typed the code in 10 seconds. The website came back to life. The boss stopped screaming and stared. She looked at Leo with wonder. "How did you know that?" she asked. Leo explained it in 5 words. "I study the code every day." The boss nodded and smiled at him. On day 60, Leo was different. He wore a bright blue shirt. He sat with people at lunch. He told a small, funny joke. People laughed at his little joke. They liked having Leo around them. He was not a ghost anymore. He was a part of the team. On day 80, he got a call. It was a big tech company. They wanted to interview him today. They offered a very high salary. Leo put on his best suit. He looked at his green notebook. "You are ready," he told himself. He walked into the big office. He answered every question with care. He used his simple, clear voice. He did not use big, fake words. He told the truth with confidence. The manager shook his hand firmly. "We want you to start Monday." Leo went home and called his mom. He spoke to her in English. She did not understand the words, but she understood his happy heart. "I am a manager now," he said. He felt tears in his eyes. On day 100, he arrived. He was the leader of the team. He walked into the glass building. He sat at the big desk. He saw a young, quiet boy. The boy was hiding in the corner. Leo walked over to the boy. He smiled and held out his hand. "Hello, my name is Leo," he said. "Do you want to talk?" Leo knew that his journey was long, but it was worth every word. He is no longer a silent man. He is a man of impact. His voice is his magic key. He used it to unlock life. You can be like Leo today. Do not wait for a miracle. Just open your mouth and start. The world is listening to you.